You don't realize you were doing a lot until you've done it.
Is this the Mboko ke matla base?
Bana bozai.
Singonwab. Kihlaba lo wena. Jwang kapa jwang ke nna le wena.
Ungubani kanene wena?
Ndingunomtshato wakwaDusini tata.
11 sishade 13 years ago wenze lo mntana. Ngakuba sishadile.
If you follow me and trust me as your Lord and Savior, they will follow you.
So you can confirm that in fact all of those things that you told your son are true.
You've been stuck in bed for a long time.
I only realized I had done a lot when I looked back and I said, whoa.
What up, guys? How you guys doing? You already know what it is. The Call Me Young. You're in the PodHouse, and this is your favorite room. Today, hey guys, I've been having a lot of fun. Like you know when your job is so much fun. So I've been interacting with a whole bunch of creatives, and the type of creatives I'm getting, the caliber just keeps on. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Level up, level up, level up every single time. My guest today, and for some reason, everyone I get have got like unique names. So now I'm gonna do this the way I've been practicing it in my head. So if it doesn't come across, just talk to yourself in the comments. I don't care. I'm going to do it my way. Zimkitha Kumbaka. That is my guest for today, aka Zimkitha.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm wonderful.
Good. I'm
Thank
good.
you.
Give me credit. I got it right, man.
You got it.
Did I say it right?
That was so beautiful.
So, okay, in preparation for today's convo, you know, like you spy, you go and check your resume. How are guys? You making the rest of us feel like Araberegi, yeah? You make the rest of us feel like push. You know what I mean? So, you guys obviously probably know Zimkitha, the artist. We are going to talk to Zimkitha, the artist, scriptwriter, performer, actor. So there's so much to dive into. So let's just jump straight into it. What would you say was your first introduction to the arts? When as a person, when did you say like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be.
Shoo. Where do I even begin?
Yeah. Under pressure.
Because there's so much pressure at this point. There's so many moments where I was just discovering, and continuously just discovering. But the first things first was music. I just remember, because our family, there was always an occasion. There was always music everywhere, choirs everywhere. My dad was busy starting choirs, conducting choirs.
Oh, your dad was into music like that?
Yes, he was very invested. He was in a gospel group, way back in the day.
Wow.
Way back in the day. So there was a lot of music in the house. And so that was the first things first was this music around me. And the music my mom played, the music my dad played, from the gospel to the jazz to your stimelas to your enyas to
talk about inspiration.
Literally, I was surrounded by music. That was the first thing. And then the second moment that I can remember is watching Mam Nokolo wrote poem on TV. She's a newsreader, legendary newsreader here in South Africa. So I saw her on TV and I was like, just mimicking. I need to do that. I need to do that one. I just need to be in that box. Like, what happens in that box? This is the TV now.
I want to be there.
So it was fascinating for me. All of this was like a new world. It was like some form of escapism from my reality at the time. Remember, like, it was not an easy time, like 94, 93, 95, 96. Very, very awkward time in the country, between trying to get citizens to, get rid of the homeland system and move into, you know, the democracy called South Africa. And also there were fights in between during that time in every, I think, province. It was just a hostile time. And our parents think we don't remember this. We do.
You know, it's
they really believe that, no, but this happened. How could you remember this thing? How could you ever remember this? And I'm just,
I was there.
I was there. I remember the helicopters, the sounds of gunshots from a distance.
Wow.
You know, so it was a form of escape. So art became escapism already, because here's this world, you know, we living in a very conflicted world, and everything, there's this violence just happening around you. You're not directly affected, but you're indirectly affected. At the time, my dad, as much as, you know, he was a musician, he was a cop. This was an interesting time to be a cop, you know, and it was dangerous, you know, also. But also, what a part of my family members were very, very in, you know, very entrenched in the struggle. So it was like conflict of interest, you know. Have one part
did that make the homestead situation
hostile. I think it was hostile. They never talk about it. I'll probably never know, but I felt it. One thing is, when you're a child, you'll feel the tension, you'll feel how awkward it is, you know, and but then music became like a form of escape. The wireless. At the time they called it a wireless, and that was my form of escape. The radio shows and not wait for the music. Eventually we got like radios and stereos, and then you'd put your TDKs in there, and then we would, unfortunately, you know, dub music.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So bad.
Not trying to get in trouble.
You know,
no,
but like, unfortunately, I didn't do it. I saw my cousins older than me doing this. You know, I didn't know at the time we were committing a crime.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's a statute of limitations. I'm pretty sure.
So I saw this, but this was me connecting with music all the time, again and again, in so many ways. And obviously musicians that I would love along the way and connect with, and shows I'd watch on TV. Now that we had a TV, it's no longer black and white, it's color TV. We saw these transitions, and I think we always get shocked at how much we do actually remember, because we'd like to think we forgot.
Was this in
these things?
Would you say the two were moving in tandem? Like, were you discovering the music while discovering your passion for the
yes for TV, for film, for storytelling? You know, because again, it's escapism. You know, you forget, you know, what is really happening around you, and you just focus on this little world, you know, in this little world that you are in. And we would even play games as, you know, my cousins and I, my young cousins, and we'd always like pretend and like mimic what we saw on TV. Like, I'd have a role and I'd direct the whole scene. Like, this is what's going to happen, you know, and then you're going to come here and you're going to throw a tantrum. And then when you throw a tantrum, I'm going to tell you to get out because I'm the she-bean queen. Come on. You know, I ran this tavern, you know. So it was amazing. It was really amazing. We got to play, you know, and it made me love, you know, I didn't realize at the time it was a coping mechanism, I think. But now I know it was. But also it was something I really enjoyed and I did see myself doing.
So now okay, you know, it's so interesting that you've opened like a whole new can of worms with your experience back then, with everything that was going on. There's a big difference with how things are now. Like, I feel like the arts are more accepted by parents. Like, the older generation now is more allowing for their kids to venture into, like, you know, music and performing arts. And would you say things were different for you back then? Like, the first time when you told your parents that, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to pursue going forward?
So, multifaceted artist, this is me. In high school, everybody's sure that I'm going to be a visual artist at best.
Okay.
Or because I was good with painting, drawing, the whole vibe.
So you're just an artist.
I literally
right?
I never faked my life. I just it is what it is. Either way, it was going to be like this. I felt like you need to choose. It was going to end up this way, either way. And then I was drawn into fashion design, and I think at the time, my teacher, art teacher at the time, was pushing for me to, do my fashion design portfolio. And I was like really into it at the time. But in the same breath, this is the same girl, mind you, who's in a band. Please.
Wow.
I'm 16, 17. I'm in a band with university students.
You're doing everything. Eh?
I was involved. I was invested in whatever art, wherever art exists, So I'm in a band. I'm doing music. Neo Soul. The Neo Soul movement was growing in the country. Quan Experience is blowing up. Freshly Ground is about to, be the best thing ever. All these bands that we've gotten to know, and everything's happening. It's a buzz. I'm a kid. I'm just like 16, 17, and I'm in my young band there, thinking that I'm also, I don't know much but about being in a band, but I was in a band nonetheless, and I was the lead singer at the time.
Come on.
I was, we were jamming half the time, just trying to find our sound. In the same breath, I'm enjoying what I'm experiencing with the work I've been investing in, which is art, visual arts, and fashion design at school. And then on top of those problems, I'm discovering plays. I'm discovering theater. I'm discovering storytelling.
This is all through your teen years. This is
years.
The development stage.
Okay, yeah. So here's the chat. Other kids literally were out there trying to, bunk school or do the most and have fun. Like,
stay in school. Stay in school.
But they were having fun. Like, but honestly, my childhood was really about discovery. Like, for me, just being at school was like my place, my party time. Yes, I had bad days. It's not like I enjoy being at school every day, but I enjoyed being away from the house, away from, reality. Again, escapism. So by the time I'm at school, I'm enjoying everything. Like any class, even if I'm flunking and I'm doing bad, it's fine. I'm enjoying this experience. And with art, it became amazing, and my friends at the time, really like made the experience amazing. And it was not even in my thought to like bunk school or try out new things and try stuff. It was not my chat. My chat was, I need to be an artist. I need to be like one of the greatest artists ever.
So you knew like from early stage that this is...
Yes, it's just that my parents were in denial.
Oh, okay.
They thought I would be a lawyer. Don't know how we got there. Like, they were in denial.
Hey, mama, papa, comment. Please explain.
I think
tell us
thought
how,
lawyer,
why?
they thought journalism, they thought
okay, but I see
at
journalism,
least fine arts.
Okay,
of
journalism
visual
makes sense.
arts.
Yeah,
Journalism.
At least.
Could you not try?
I hope one of your parents pop up in the assembly.
Oh my goodness, they should not. Like,
tell us why you thought this amazing woman was going to become a lawyer.
And the signs were there.
Yeah.
I mean, the signs were there. I did not, like I said, I didn't fake my life.
No.
I did present myself as myself. I didn't try to put out a facade.
No, but like I said, I feel like it's back then. It wasn't more
do
about
not waste the money.
what you want to do. Exactly. Like when they thought about like, all this money,
all this work, and what did it get me?
Like, you want to do all these things.
It was a meeting.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that okay.
So I dropped the bomb. I said, look, I actually just want to be a singer. That's how the sentence started. Yuri? I want to be a singer. And I'm an actor as well. I feel it. This is what I do. I want to do this. I feel alive. I feel like I'm existing in this moment right now when I do the work I love. And I can see myself being in it even when the days are not so good. I can feel it. I feel a sense of connection. There's something that I tap into that I don't tap into when I do the other work. I was trying to explain that to them.
Was there any form of understanding?
Look, both of my parents, they love this work. Don't get me wrong. They understand it. They really do. My mom was a writer at some point and also wrote stories for Umhlobo FM, a radio station back in the day, in Eastern Cape. She was really invested in her writing, and also she was also dabbling with radio acting as well, voiceovers, everything. And then my dad, again, like I said, musician, through and through, musician, who just, happened to, because they have to raise a family, so they, go and look for jobs, you have to get a job. It's, of course, it was life at the time, So it's not like they didn't understand what I felt when I said, I want to be a singer. See, I want to be an actor.
And artists breed artists. I don't understand why it's so difficult to understand that. Like, usually that's exactly what happens.
Right?
Yeah. Artists breed artists. So I can just imagine.
I don't know what they expected, honestly. I don't know, because even my grandfather loved taking pictures. He was a photographer. As best the best he can
generational
do,
gift, basically.
It's a generational gift. It's a beautiful gift. Father side, mother side, these are amazing gifts, and they were saying no.
They have the power to.
Of course,
they have the power to.
I said no, it cannot be. You need to understand that it's not a sustainable career.
Exactly.
We're afraid. Look at the artists around you. Look at the people, who call themselves artists, and look at what they do. Look at who they become. We don't want that for you. It was for them. It was scary more than anything else, and because they've had the,
self-experience in it.
They really didn't want that to happen to me. They know about people jacking your songs.
See, it's not new. It's not new. The theft has been going on for a long time, guys. Aren't you acting surprised? Oh, you stole my song. No! Welcome to the game.
They know about these things, and they know the frustration that comes with it, Yeah. But I said, I know, I understand, but please just trust me. Trust me. I'll try. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'll try. I really am going to try my best. Let's see how far I can take it. Oh, they were saying no. Hey, there was a meeting. Relatives being called in, educated relatives.
Intervention.
Yes, it's intervention time. Grandparents really being disappointed at this level, on this level, because it's like, no, that's not what we. This was not the dream. We didn't work this hard. We didn't fight this hard so you can just,
So now, okay, with everything that's happening now in that moment, with all the hostile environment, like you said, using the music to escape, at what point would you say was your first time when you did something, whether music or performing, and then you saw your parents probably say, like, oh, okay, maybe, just maybe, she's good at this?
I was performing with a band, that band I used to be in, Traveling Black.
Traveling Black. Shoba Fetu Lilina.
Yeah.
Please
yeah.
comment. Expose.
No. And then we'll find Traveling Black, beautiful band, beautiful souls, lovely energy. We really were into the work. We were into the craft, the music, everything. It was very, it was a very nice sound that we had. And then they saw me perform, I think, with my band, and they saw the crowd, the reception. This is Pretoria now, like the bars, everything. And kind of like, okay, so when she says she's going to rehearsals, she's
really going
to rehearsals. So when she says she's working with the guys and these guys are her friends and they're brothers, okay, fine. No shenanigans are happening here. Good child. But on top of everything else, she's talented. She's gifted. But that was actually not the first time. It's just that the first time I recognized it.
Okay.
Because I didn't recognize it the first time they saw it. And the first time they saw it was when I did a performance in grade, I think I was in, what did they call it? Grade 3. I was performing. And it was like a musical almost, like for the evening, culture evening and whatnot, back in King Williamstown in Eastern Cape. And they saw me as a child sing. Yeah, I was singing. I was leading a song. And
grade 3?
Yeah, I was that girl.
Yo.
So this voice is very powerful. It has been a little bit powerful for some time, you know?
I think I need to... yeah.
But at the time, it had not like broken yet. So my high notes were there. Everything. Sounded like a sweet child, you know? So it was an amazing moment. I enjoyed it.
Grade 3 is wild though, for like full-on production.
For children, school production.
Am I out of touch?
It was a school production. Excuse me. It was a school production, like primary school production. And
okay.
Those are the things that they did. So obviously, it was not like full scale everything. I only had that in high school, but it was the first time where they saw me like carrying the show and just standing out, and they said, "This child,
artists breed artists."
Child, you know." I think for them that's the memory that sticks out, but they never shared it until later, and that's when I was like, oh, so you guys been you've always known. You've always known that
they were just scared.
You were just scared. And I understand the fear. Now that I'm older, now that I've seen everything that I've seen, experienced the things that I've experienced, I understand exactly where that fear was coming from. And yes, I'd probably be that stubborn too and be fearful. But now that I know what I know, you know, how to navigate, you know, and just let the child be. Just be brave enough as a parent. You know.
Okay, what about for
tough,
you?
But
what about for you though?
Yeah.
When was your moment when? Okay, clearly it sounds like you've always known that you are her, but did you ever have like that one moment where it was like self-realization, like, okay, I suspected I'm her, but now I believe I am. Did you ever have a moment like that?
When I started performing with the band. Yeah, you couldn't tell me anything. You just knew. Like, I just knew. Like, I was like, yes, I'm on the mic. Yes, I'm singing. You know?
I'm not singing.
Yes. So it felt right. Everything, and obviously that supportive system, like that collaboration between the guys, the band members, as well as the rappers / poets in the group, it meant so much, you know, because I was like one of the youngest in the group. I was actually the youngest in the group, and but I was, you know, confident because they kind of pushed me, you know, to that place. They instilled that confidence as well, and they weren't afraid to crit me, and I was not afraid to take crits. You know, when they said that song is corny, then that song is corny. You know, write again.
So
write
you're
again.
writing your own music as well.
Yes, I would suggest songs, and we would collaborate with the song and see where we, you know, put it in. But like a lot of songs, I started writing songs. My writing experience started there, outside of the house DJs that I did songs for that we will not talk about today.
What did you do?
Nothing. It's just a beautiful time that I don't have, like, you know, it's just a time in my life. It's a time in my life. It's just that there's so much to say. When it comes to music and my experience with music, there's so much to say. I've worked with house musicians. I've worked with hip-hop, you know, producers. I've worked with, you know, bands, like I said, Traveling Black. That was my realist experience, you know, with performance and really being confident in my performance and what I'm delivering. And I got to know myself, my weaknesses, my strengths, you know, but I had a supportive system, you know, pushing me. So that's when I knew that, yeah, no.
So this is how it's so easy for you to be able to do everything all at once. Because at some point, I mean, you were doing films, you were traveling, getting nominated, and everything. Is this in tandem while the music was going on, or?
And unless there was like a camera crew following me, no one will ever believe that I simultaneously move like that.
It sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot.
You don't realize you were doing a lot until you've done it. Like until the road is, until you've done the things that you said you wanted to do, and you're content, you're almost content, and then you start something new again. So I think I only realized I had done a lot when I looked back and I said, whoa.
Yeah, and for the rest of us, when we read the bio and we're like, yeah, okay. So the tell me a little bit about the films, because that for performers, it's like it's a different type of monster.
Yes,
you have to deal with the film because it's different from like stage production and so on and so forth. So how what is your experience like transitioning into doing film? Okay, not really transition, but what was your experience like doing the films that you worked on?
Sure. The TV bug,
got you early.
So in my head, I was supposed to be a singer who happened to be also an actress who only performs in theater shows. Only theater. That was because I thought I was in control, of my,
We all think
things.
that it's okay. Some of you probably still think that even now. It's like, come, join us.
I was only
this
supposed
part
to
is for you. This part is for you.
I thought I was in control, I thought I'd just two things: be this amazing singer, traveling with my band, and theater actor. Just working with theater, only theater. Not trying to go into film, not trying to find out what it feels like to be a director, writer. I do not want to know.
This is your comfort zone. This is
yes,
where you are.
I know myself. I know myself. And then what ends up happening is that I start enjoying these different facets of drama and film, because I studied it at TUT, at Tshwane University of Technology. I studied drama and film studies, and you discover all these subjects, you discover all these ways of telling a story. So sometimes you came there for acting, but then you realize, there's writing, there's directing, and there's film. Film is not so bad, actually, but it's so intimidating. Cameras, lights, everything, and it's like right here, and you don't want to be a bad film actor or whatever. You've got all these thoughts, running in your head, but man, you just have to go to one audition.
And then that's it.
One audition.
I feel like the competitive nature kicks in, yeah?
Yes.
When you go to an audition, you're like, if I don't get this.
I didn't realize
if I don't get this.
I would actually love to be in this. I would tell the story so well, And then obviously you do your research, you want to get better. So you watch other greats who've done it before, especially for film, and you find what's real to you, what's authentic to you, because that's my basis for all my art. Whatever palette I'm, using, first things first is that my foundation is that I need to be authentic. Needs to be true to what I do. Needs to be true to the aura that I bring in the story. Like, just remain true, to me, as what I know to be true anyway. So I really go with that first. Then we can play around. And I don't like selling a lie as an actor as well. Like, also, like, if I'm, in it, then I'm in it, And I've come to also understand that there's certain, formats that are not for me. And this is TV, obviously, that I like, I enjoy, but,
You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it for too long, just enough, and then I go. So my relationship with TV started formally. Actually, the thing that, like you said, the thing that made me just like, need to stay in this was Isidingo. I don't mention it in my resume. I was.
See the way they just throw them.
It was.
She was an Isidingo.
Yes, I was an Isidingo, and I got to be like a fly in the wall, watch people working, and I was just there trying to be an extra, just to read the room, trying to watch how people are doing. Mind you, I've studied and everything. I'm great at this thing. I know this, but I want to know what happens. I'm trying to watch the room. Be the room, the floor management, everything, the actors prepare. I'm trying to be in this synergy. So there I was, got to be an extra. And then I don't know how, they heard me, I think, reading something, dialogue, and they're like, yeah, you can be the au pair, Barker Haynes au pair. You will be Barker Haynes au pair. I'm like, say no more.
That's how you got the role.
Because it was not. It was like a featured, just a featured extra role. Like they need to make a plan now, and they couldn't find anyone. I was like, okay, at least she can, handle dialogue. Okay, she knows her story. Fine, let's just chuck her in, By the end of that day, I think I started, shooting some scenes, and you think you don't understand film acting. You think you're going to be intimidated by the cameras. You think it's going to be a scary world until you just act. You just perform. You just, honor the character, honor the story, honor the role that you are playing in this moment. You just honor it. That's all. And then when it's done, you walk out. Yeah, so it's just lending. This is the tool, this is the body, this is the resource. All of them, you have them. You've learned, you were taught, you have the gift for it. Now just honor the moment,
Yes,
and
young, just
happens.
Present. Sit in front of the camera. Present.
Yes,
it's that simple.
I envy this. I can't present, right? I'm an actor. I'm a singer. But presenting, you will never find me. You will never.
I'm not falling.
Never find me there. No, you have to be so comfortable, with who you are.
No,
and love who you are.
Let me find.
And just
let me
to
find
share
position.
it with everyone like that.
Production,
so
which
openly,
one?
so beautifully.
Must be serious.
No, you literally doing so well.
Thank you.
It's just an amazing. You're just amazing to watch. It's one thing I know. For a fact I can't do. I really can't do that.
It's tough.
Oh my goodness! What did I just do?
Creating a monster. Loca.
How did it start?
You don't say enough in the comments. Come on.
No, you're amazing though. But so even that is a gift on its own, to be able to tell a story and just relay it, so naturally. No character, no nothing. It's you. You know what I mean? That is a gift.
Let me put you under pressure a little bit. So based on that, let's add a little bit of spice here. It's like asking a parent who's their favorite kid. Okay. Which one would you say was your favorite role?
Role?
Yeah. Role.
Oh, that is tricky. Definitely tough. But it goes without saying that, yes, my favorite role to play was Nontle on Matatiele. And that was amazing.
Learning experience as well?
Learning, because I was learning. I was enjoying. I love to learn. Like this, give me energy boosters. I don't need nothing. I just need to know that I'm learning something new and I am growing. I can feel the growth happening. I can feel the transformation. I can feel the inner conflict. I can feel the struggle.
Come on!
Between the character and me. Oh yes, I love it. So that for me was amazing. It was amazing to work with legends. The actors that I worked with, so supportive, so amazing, really helped me through the whole process and support me throughout the whole process. My co-actors, it's in fact, I think that is, it's bittersweet every time I go back to Matatiele because obviously, the guy who played the actor who played my brother, Utoba Nimselen, passed away, and very tragically, like still a sore point. And then obviously I got to enjoy working with Solomon Sibotoma, and just that combination, because we were we were all young at the time, and we were all learning this thing of carrying a film.
Must have been an experience.
It was, and every time there was a point where we had to like take it in. I think it was like in the AMs, we all wanted to just step out from like this rush of work, and we just all sat in silence outside on the road.
Just in silence,
just to listen, just to be in the moment.
Wow.
Like, guys, we are here. We just did that. We are doing this. People are going to see what we did. We got to work with our faves. Like, we got to be directed by Holy. We're going to be on the screen, and we're going to tell the story, and I hope people actually really connect, because we're connecting to the story. We were connected to the story, and so we took like literally like just moment of silence without really telling each other, because that's how our synergy, like our energy was really like connected, like our chemistry in as friends. And we were just listening to the silence, and it's very quiet in Matatiele at night that time. It's a very quiet, calm town. And I remember on that road, we're just literally just sitting down on the road. I think we even ended up lying down. Like literally, it's that peaceful. It's
they were having peaceful. A seance.
Like I think it probably probably was, because we really were connecting to and understanding that this is what we just did. We just did this, and it's powerful, it's amazing, it's big, and let's just take it in for a second and be grateful that we are here.
That gives me a segue. Your Trace performance. Your Trace performance, like what you're describing, it reminds me of that.
Yes.
Because I can just imagine what it was like. Because you had to do a live set, no?
Live set, and it's on. The cameras are on.
Is it live, by the way?
Like,
or in the moment?
In the moment, it's live. We're not trying to cut. Like, we're not trying, unless it's like ridiculous, ridiculous situation.
But you have to go.
But like you have to just keep it moving. So we, that day was beautiful. Obviously, it's pressure. Obviously, I'm reintroducing myself in music all over again. I'm going through this. It's been a tumultuous, journey with me and music. Heartbreaking, bittersweet. But I feel
like it's a rite of passage. You have to go through that. You have to go through
tears, laughter. It has been a lot.
Your performance was amazing, by the way.
But that is why it was so amazing, because I remembered. So as well. I remembered in that moment. There was a song that I was about to sing, Baby Vuga, and I remembered in that moment why I even wrote that song. Because Baby Vuga is like, Vuga is to wake up. So I was trying to call myself to then wake up.
Wow.
Come back, be in the moment again. It's okay, you can do this again, you can live again, you can enjoy, you can actually be a better version of yourself again. And yes, I know you think, you can't do this again, you can't, and you have to like walk away and just, call it a day and just do other work.
So wait, the Trace performance was you reintroducing yourself into the music space all over again?
Reintroducing as a solo, the kind of music I want to do. Also, because when you do features, with various artists and work with different producers, no one really knows what you're about.
What your sound is.
What your sound is. What's your story, So I had to do that. I had to be in a position where I'm performing and I'm saying, I'm here again. I'm here. I know I'm not your perfect age, but or perfect aesthetic, but I'm here, and I'm doing it from straight from the heart, straight from the soul, from the, the words that I wrote on the song, to the beat that I chose for it, the story that I was trying to tell. That was the Trace performance. I was literally rewriting my future again.
No wonder it was so intense.
It was.
No wonder it was so intense.
I just wanted to connect. But also I wanted to connect to the viewer who was listening to the song, to wake up to. If you're like in the deep, dark sleep that you know how you sometimes find yourself on autopilot. You keep on moving, you're moving. But you hardly touch base with yourself. And even if you're touching base with yourself, you're touching base with schedules.
Wow.
That's you touching base. That's your version of touching base with yourself. No. Let's talk. Self. How are we?
So now this conversation, I'm so intrigued. This musical journey. I don't want to say that you're on because you've been on it. It's just that obviously now you saying it's a reintroduction. What would you say is your sound now? Did you have to rediscover yourself?
Definitely.
Or was there reinvention, or you've always been who you are and now you're just reintroducing yourself to
you know what? I've always been that girl. They see that girl?
Come on.
Traveling Black. That girl never left. I'm just the one who suppressed her, thinking that she was not good enough for the rest of the world. Like literally. It's literally, and just because I was entertaining the noise, something that I never did before. I never entertained the noise. Like I will go to a place and discover it, and discover a new sound, discover a new vibe, and you're not going to tell me anything about it. I'm in it. It's music, or it's storytelling, whatever. But I let the noise get to me.
Okay.
And I never did that. As a child, I never did that. They would often complain, it's like, Zimkitha, you're so stubborn. 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 Oh, stubborn. And at some point, I was like, maybe, the doubt creeps in. Like, maybe you're wrong. Maybe you are stubborn. Maybe you are, all these things. Maybe they are right and you're wrong, And maybe you don't know who you are. Like, maybe you're not that girl. Maybe you thought you were. There's so many things that, come into play. Life changes as a person who's growing up. Those things affect you. When you see what's happening around you, even in the art space, music space, entertainment space, that it can influence you. And change whatever thing that you thought you were on and the belief you were really in. It can tamper with that if you're not careful enough, And it did that. Because I listened. I peaked once. Just one voice came in. Just took one voice to let the other voices in, And yes, I get it. You have to have the spirit of discernment. But honestly speaking, I should have just locked.
It's not as easy as
it's not as easy.
Yeah,
it's not as easy. And this is a child who's been taught everything very well, and I know my story. But it's not to say that I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't get the bug of doubt, the bug of, being wary and not understanding and being confused, the confusion bug. You know what I mean? It also, I'm human.
How would you say it's going now, music wise? Like, because I'm looking at all the amazing things that you're doing. Because I'm seeing you building up to your
my album.
The album drop. Yeah.
Yes.
So with all of that happening, like, what's that experience like for you now?
Oh, the child is back. The child is back. The child I knew, the child who you couldn't tell nothing to. Like the girl who at the time needed the supportive system, who's now her own, yes, I have my family and the loved ones, supporting me. I appreciate that. I'm just saying that even in my own, when I'm chilling by myself, I have a support system within me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grounded in it again. You cannot tell me anything. I don't have to. If I feel like it needs to go there, then it probably needs to go there. And I trust it. I trust the moment. I honor the moment. And that's what changed. And what triggered it? Obviously, it was the lockdown. I say obviously, like everybody went through what I went through.
No. Definitely, the lockdown was like a introspective
sorry, I'm projecting.
period. No,
But
it was a very introspective period.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
at some point you have to sit down and have a conversation with yourself.
Jonga.
Definitely. So
Confrontation 101.
Yeah.
It was confrontation 101. I went through it, and I had to listen to all the things that I didn't want to listen to. And I was confronted with the things that I had suppressed. I was confronted with my past, even the things I didn't want to really talk about that I acted like they didn't affect me, like in the beginning of the episode, talking about how violent the country was. And I do remember. And the whole time I was acting like I don't remember, but I have images that won't go away.
No, thank you for trusting us with that.
So
that's a lot.
So it's understanding, that there are things I remember, there are things that did shift the way I think. Other people say my eyes, they're so deep. You look like you look like you've lived for a very long time. Those kind of eyes. Bro, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. These eyes had to see things they didn't have to see, And like, why don't you smile at your pictures as a child? You're not smiling. I'm like, bro, I saw too many things.
And now I'm so excited to hear this album. Because all of this is going to be covered. Obviously, it's going to be like a therapy session.
Honestly,
music,
it's therapy, and my thing is that we don't even need to talk about the things, but I'm just trying to get you out of it. I think I'm just trying to get you out, get you slowly, gently, help you step out of that, debrief you from whatever we went through during the lockdown, from the funerals you couldn't attend of your loved ones, to the times where you thought you were not going to see an income again, to the moment where you thought you were not going to, maybe you might not see next year again. Like, I'm just trying to get you out of that rat race or whatever it made you, it created, whatever beast it created after that, I'm trying to help you.
Zimkitha, don't we get to experience this live version again? I feel like the trace was a little poke. Because your album, your launch is coming up.
Yes.
Production. Production. Organizer the ticket tomorrow. Ramona Zimkitha
Look.
doing her thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a sip of water. Pila. Wait.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to go and see Zimkitha on stage, live. After watching the Trace performance, you want to go and watch her live. It's a whole experience. We're about to do a plug.
So, the first things first, I'm going to have a listening session.
Come on. Exclusives.
That one is definitely very exclusive. I'll let y'all know. Just to experience the album, for what it is.
So yours is going to be an actual experience.
Of the album, of the Black Enigma album.
Oh, Black Enigma. That's the name of the album.
Yes.
When is it going to be available? Platforms?
It's going to be officially available on the 18th of September.
18th of September.
Yes.
Boo. 18th September.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
So that has been a journey, and also understanding that yes, I'm an enigma of sorts, because yes, there are things that people know about me that might not know. First impressions, you're intrigued, but you wonder what she's about. Who is she? What secrets do you have? But also you realize you can't get me. You just can't get me. And sometimes it's not our job to get me. Honestly, as people, let's enjoy each other for the way, the way we present ourselves in this life. Let's enjoy each other's company the way we are. We don't always have to investigate, and psychoanalyze people. Just enjoy the person for for being who they are in that moment. Again, honor the moment. Just be in the moment. Yes, you can reflect. We can, share our perspectives. I just feel like we've lost this thing of just enjoying the moment, enjoying the person for who they are in this moment, in this slice of life. From this perspective, and yes, another perspective will obviously not be the same. The days are not the same as well. We are contradicting, like a lot of things as people, as humans, we are contradicting, a lot of things, but that's part of being human. It's the human experience. Today I'm like this,
Why would you not want to go and watch live? Why would you want to deprive yourself of the opportunity to go and experience a live? I hate this part of the show. I hate this part of the show.
Wow.
Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Good luck on the amazing album. I know for a fact it's going to be amazing because I know you have a story to tell. So we're looking forward to that. 18th September.
18th of September 2024 is the drop.
Out for the Black Enigma album.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna hit you guys. Poster nyana. Production, don't let me down. Don't let me down. If it didn't come, then don't worry. It's a stunt. The next one is going to be there. But otherwise, I'm trusting my team. They won't embarrass me in front of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. They call me Young. This is the PodHouse. It's your favorite room. See you on the next show. Shout out. Thumbs up for Zimkitha in the chat. Chat. Thumbs up. Yay.
Hey.